everyone. Casey Yoakley here at the 3W Podcast, home of the Who, What, Where. Thanks for joining us today. This is a super special one to me. So today we're going to talk about Mercy's Women with a Mission group. So I have got three girlfriends here with me. I'm going to start to my left, Mary Heeman, Allison Levin, and Bree Madden. So thank you, ladies, for joining.
Thanks
really
for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
We're going to jump right in. So Mary, tell us who you are, please.
Oh, loaded question.
I know. Go big.
Okay. Well, I currently work for Ocean Spray. Forgot for a minute.
Yes.
That's fine.
Edit that out, please, and we'll
Start
circle
over.
back.
Okay.
Mary, tell us about you a little bit.
Yes, so I currently work at Ocean Spray. I'm in omni-channel and marketing. Currently just been there for not that long, but
A hot
really
second.
hot second.
Yeah.
But really enjoying my time. I love being in the supplier community, and I've actually lived in Bentonville for almost 20 years now.
It's kind of like a local at this point.
I know, I've got to just own it, right?
I know, right?
Yes.
I still feel like I just moved here, but I didn't. 06 was not yesterday.
Exactly.
Okay, so are you a Women with a Mission member?
I am. I've been a member for 10 years now.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations. That's exciting.
Thank you.
Bree, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, historically, I am a real estate attorney. I've kind of recently moved into the world of business development over the last 3 years. And actually, this is my first week. I just started a new role at Buff Studio.
I know, I love this.
Yeah,
So
it's really
for
cool.
all of you that don't know, Ryan Faust is on our Mercy board. So shout out to Ryan and
Yeah.
Buff.
And he's who got me involved with the corporate council and led me to get involved with Women with a Mission.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
I love
so,
that.
He's
It's
a
all
great
about connecting.
ambassador.
He
Yes.
is so
He is.
great. How long? Very new.
With Women with a Mission, just over a year.
I love this.
Yeah.
So we have like seasoned people and then new, and I love that because we'll circle back to that later on. But I'm like, I,
I think
love
you just
the new
called me
vision.
old.
I'm older than you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Seasoned was the word I used. That's seasoned. I did not say barren.
Seasoned and
Spicy.
spicy.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. We'll roll with that.
Okay. Spring chickens. Okay, Allison, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You and I have done this before.
We have
a couple
done
years
this
ago, I
before.
think.
Yes.
So tell everyone what your official role is.
So I work for Mercy Health Foundation, and I'm Senior Development Director. Been with Mercy for 12 years.
Oh my gosh.
Been a member of Women with a Mission for 11 years. And I get to meet with the incredible people, like everybody in this room.
You're the glue that holds Women with a Mission together.
Absolutely.
I try.
You do.
I
You do a
try.
really good
Sometimes
job.
those steering committee meetings are
They're a
bit
little
out of
crazy,
control.
but that's okay. That's okay. We love them.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think I have that way down in my notes, but let's just touch on the steering committee. It's pretty original.
It is.
Like with the founding members, the year one members, and then we haven't had much rotation off. And I think that's a true testament to Mercy, to Women with a Mission, but to also your leadership.
Oh, well, thank you.
So,
It is really a lot of fun because we, as Casey said, we have members that have been there for 15 years, and then we have brand new members. So it's really, there's a lot of creativity.
There's a lot of
There's a
herding
lot
cats.
of stories.
Yes.
that go
Then
with
nothing gets really. I don't think a whole lot gets accomplished in those meetings, but I love them because I love to see the original members. I love to
Yeah.
hear their stories.
Well, it fills your heart, you know.
It does.
fill your
It tells
heart.
us why we're there.
Yeah.
Essentially,
I
I
agree.
think. Okay, so let's just dive right in to Women with a Mission because you're my go-to for helping me with words. Do you have an elevator speech as to what we do?
Oh, my goodness gracious. I should have
'Cause
read
I-
that script.
I fumble it every time and add
Well-
words and take away words and make words up.
But
so,
that's what's
yeah.
good about it because you can create it any way you want it. So
And I
my
do.
elevator speech is really, it's a wonderful group of women that gather together. We have 125 members. We pool our funds and we vote on where we want that money to go to. So it is an organization that you get what you give. And I really feel, again, I'll say it again, it fills my heart when I see what we're able to do for our hospitals and our clinics.
It does. So I just recorded a spot for 4029 this morning for Women with a Mission.
good.
And my line was, hello, who I am. And then Women with a Mission is a philanthropic group, philanthropic organization comprised or made up, I knew it earlier. I knew it an hour ago. Made up from all walks of life to make a positive difference in the community.
There you
so
go.
I was like, oh, that's good.
That
but
is
we
good.
should mention every person, all 125 members, have donated $1,000 annually. So we are a giving circle. You have to pay to play.
Yes.
And then every year you touched on, which I totally forgot in the notes. That's awesome. That we come together and we have a voting meeting. The hospital supplies us with projects that they want, and we vote on those to see what we're going to actually fund so that we can purchase a NICU room, for example.
Well, and I think it's really interesting because, I look back 11 years, we really were just doing women and children's. And now that other leadership within the hospital know, and they know the existence of Women with a Mission and what we have funded, we're getting requests from all different departments.
We bought
So-
something from cardiology a few years ago.
Yeah.
Only during COVID do I remember it because of the significance of the Zoom,
Yes.
right? And
exactly.
so and the cardiologist was Zooming, and his wife was like, I didn't know about Women with a Mission. If you fund that, I will join.
And she joined.
Yeah.
And she joined. Also we did microscopes for the lab. Now, who would have ever thought, somebody would
Yes,
reach out
a
and go,
couple
"Hey."
years ago.
Yeah,
Or we bought those a year
yeah,
ago or
a couple
something,
years
right?
ago, they were using antiquated microscopes, and we just got a great thank you note from them saying, I can see clearly now.
Oh.
I mean, it was really cute.
I feel like I thought you were going to bust out into song. You should
Yeah.
have.
Oh.
I can see
clearly now.
You bought me microscopes.
I think those are my favorite meetings, actually.
Those are pretty good ones because they all do like a little presentation. Yes.
So you learn so much
I
about the
had no
different
idea what I was
aspects.
walking into. I guess it was at the end of last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just got the invite, and I was like, I don't know what this is. I'm gonna go. I didn't really know what I was walking into, and I was blown away.
It's neat.
Yeah.
It was. I went back to my office after that, and I was like, that was the best way to spend work time ever.
I think that one was at Sterling Bank, right?
yes.
It was on
I
their
was
top
just-
floor.
Yep.
I had a blast. It was really cool, and you actually feel the impact right there.
You
in the
do.
room.
Yes.
You do.
So as a steering committee member, so Allison gets these list of projects and then they filter them down and then we see them right at that meeting and I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't know what any of this means. And I usually go in very closed-minded, but as soon as I hear all their little Zooms, or not Zooms, but their little presentations with their boards, I'm on the hook for all of them.
I know.
And it's really hard to make
choose.
decisions.
It was extremely
Yes.
hard to choose.
prioritize.
And then
prioritize.
math. Then we have to do math.
Yeah, I didn't
and
like that.
don't
Well,
like
forget the math. Just pick your top 5. Forget the math.
But to get to
Yes.
spend $100,000+ every year on whatever the
Yeah.
hospital needs is
Yeah.
Very
fills your cup
impactful.
out. Yeah.
It is
There
very
it is.
impactful.
Very
like that.
impactful.
I'll never be able to spend $100,000 in any other
ever.
way.
Right.
Right.
No.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So why not on high quality healthcare
So impactful
for our community?
And also even the groups that don't get chosen that round, like the platform they get to have with all those women, because I've connected with a couple outside and connected them with other groups, and it was really cool.
It's crazy.
And that's why you're such a good Women with a
Document.
Mission
Yes.
member.
Yes.
And that's what it is. It's all this networking that we're able to do and connecting those dots.
Yeah.
That's what makes a difference.
Yeah. It's a solid 100+ women on a mission. Right?
Full mission.
A full mission. We're
Yeah.
with a mission. Yes, all the things. So we have a big anniversary coming up, 15 years, which means we have pumped more than $1 million+ into Northwest Arkansas,
That's awesome.
Correct.
which is amazing.
Which is
Incredible.
amazing.
Do you know well, I know you know what we have purchased. I can only name we just said some microscopes and some cardiology equipment. Breast cancer navigator bags, which I only know recently.
Yes.
And then maybe some panda warmers.
Yes.
A C-section table. That was our very first
Yes.
purchase 15 years ago, and I'll never forget it. And then, ironically, when I was up at the hospital this morning, we were right next to our NICU room that we funded, which I feel like was over $90,000.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we had money left over that year.
Yes.
So there's a placard and everything. Like our name is on room 546.
Oh, there
So
you are,
thought that was neat.
546.
That's
Yep,
awesome.
546.
Yeah.
We have funded hearing equipment for babies. We have done fetal monitors, like wireless fetal monitors for moms so that they're able to get up and walk. We have done Reach Out and Read programs. Years and
Oh, I
years
forgot
ago,
about
we did
the
Reach Out and
book
Read.
program.
We funded money for the Ronald McDonald Family Room when they were first starting in our hospital. So we've really touched a lot of different departments.
We have.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? Do you think over the last 10 years? It's hard to remember.
It's
We're not
hard.
medically minded people.
Absolutely.
Right.
I think I lean towards the NICU and the baby focused ones. And that was one of the main reasons I joined Women with a Mission, is because my firstborn was in the NICU for a little while.
Right.
And so that one was just a full circle moment
It is.
for
Yeah.
me, and really felt like I was making a difference in the
Yes.
community.
And the NICU is huge. So I hadn't been up to the hospital or to the, well, I've been at the hospital, not the NICU, since the tower opened.
You haven't?
5. I'm sure I have, but
Okay.
I really hadn't since the tower opened and we did the tours 5 years ago, right? The tower opened 5 years ago, right? On our 10?
It opened just before COVID.
Okay.
Literally.
So I just hadn't taken the tour since it was like open to the public. And I forgot how giant the NICU is in the
Yes.
best way possible.
Yes.
Like it used to be like, I felt like you walked in a hallway and it was like the size of this piece of paper.
Actually, it was
God, I've
probably
done
the
this a
size of
thousand
this
times.
room.
It was, and all the like little incubators were like in a U shape.
Yeah.
And now that there's so many rooms, it's so spaced out. And as a parent as well that had a NICU baby, it just felt peaceful.
Yeah. It's very quiet.
It is so
You
quiet.
know,
We weren't
parents-
quiet, but it was quiet.
You were outside 5:46.
5:46. She's like, "There's a baby in there." I was like, "Okay." Just wanted to go in.
And I also think, you know what, it gives parents the opportunity to bond with their child.
Oh, totally.
They can stay there. They can sleep in that room with that child. We are actually outgrowing that space right now, so
Wow.
it's time to add on a little bit. Yeah, it's amazing. What did they say? We have over
I
200
love
births.
a pop quiz.
Yeah. Okay, here it is.
Love a pop
How
quiz
many
on
births do we
camera.
have? I think we have over 200 births. Skip that.
Okay,
Cut that.
cut that.
Because I think it's like 2,000 a year.
Okay,
And I think about 10% of those babies end up in our NICU.
okay.
And now that we're having multiples, many times multiples are ending up in our NICU as well. Just they need to grow a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. I had a huge baby, so they referred to him as the wimpy white boy.
Oh.
Thank you. They're like, we don't ever have 9-pounders up here. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. And they're like, we're used to 4 pounds. I'm like, well, just add it together.
It's just like twins right there and one
Twins
baby.
and one child.
And see, we didn't have a NICU. So when our son was born, he was premature. And literally, it's like, here you go.
Yeah.
You're like, no, you fix it. Fatten it up
Yeah.
so I know what to
You
do.
know, It's just dumb. You know, I
know.
didn't think anything was going to go
They
wrong.
really should come with manuals.
They should.
That would be really helpful, actually.
It would be so nice,
Wouldn't it?
Okay, so let's circle back to Women with a Mission because we will get off topic all day because that's just who I am. And I know all 3 of you are as well. Okay, so our Women with a Mission was founded, I believe, in Fort Smith. They had the first one.
They had the first
right?
one.
Okay,
That
so
is correct.
are we number 2?
Yeah, we are number 2.
Okay, but ours is unique because ours was supported with a generous gift from Linda Scott to honor Susan Barrett,
Yes.
who was the CEO of St. Mary / Mercy, right? So
Correct.
ours, I think ours is very special.
You know, I think that was a really nice gift and a really, really special way to honor Susan Barrett.
Right?
I mean,
so now
she's
ours is called the
incredible.
Susan Barrett Women with a Mission Giving Society, right?
That is correct.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
I just think it's like a warm hug on our name. And then, okay, so now let's stay on track-ish. So just focusing, so you give your money, right? And then we have 4 learning gatherings a year, right? And you and I have done a couple together.
Yes.
We more than that, but the ones that stick out in my head are CPR.
Yes.
Yeah, did yours mannequins live?
My mannequin did not live, but I'd rather not talk about it. I learned a lot.
I learned a lot.
And I was told that I did everything I wasn't supposed to do.
Totally.
So I feel really good.
We took
about
it before COVID, actually, in like February of 20, and then the world shut down. And I feel like we've had one since.
Yep.
My mannequins got a bit better in
Maybe we need a
post-COVID.
refresher.
We
Yeah.
need a refresher.
We might need a refresher.
What
or
I
at least
found-
just for us.
100%. I
Mary
never have a
definitely
green
needs one.
light. I have a red light. And I'm like, it's hard. It's so hard. But I've learned that in order for someone to essentially survive, right, you need to break their sternum, their ribs.
It's alarming.
It's
a learning tidbit.
And the gentleman's like, either you want broken ribs and live or you die. So
Yeah.
pick your battle.
And you got to sing to them.
You got to sing, Staying
gotta
Alive.
stay
And I
alive.
think there's another song that they've just introduced at that.
Yeah, I
our
can't
last one.
remember
I
what
can't
that
remember.
Yeah, we need to do another one of those. I want to do it.
It's
Okay,
good.
we'll
It's
get-
good.
we'll get
It's a
to
fun
that
one.
Was very helpful.
I haven't done
Hard.
Hard.
anything like that in like 20 years.
Yeah. And
And
there's like an
it's
app
so
that you can
different.
sign up and be like, I'm certified. And I didn't do that because I'm not certified. Don't
Right.
call
I
me.
did not do that either. I
do
did
that.
learn there's things on the walls in most locations.
Oh, the defibrillators.
Yes,
Yes.
in most
And it
public
talks to you.
locations.
Yes.
and that was brand new information.
Yes.
So that is something I do keep an eye out
Yes.
for. Every now
And
then.
they shouldn't be scary because it walks you through it even though you're electrocuting somebody sort of back into rhythm. Oh, and then a fun note because a girlfriend stopped by the office, Jennifer Allison, she's at Walmart right now. She was on a single-handed mission. She has fought for defibrillators in all Walmart and Sam's Clubs across the
nice.
country. So isn't that great?
That is
Yeah.
great.
So I was like, oh, that's nice to know. I know how to use that. Yes.
And you'll find if there is one in that building, they have a sign on their door.
Oh,
that
there's a
points
special
you.
sticker?
There's a special sticker.
Okay, I didn't know that.
There you are.
I love that.
Now I'm going to look every time I walk in anywhere.
You
Yeah.
will. You will now see it. It's like
Not that
it's
I know how to use
one of those
it.
glass
No,
shattering.
you will. You
moments.
just turn it on and it tells
just
you.
goes.
It walks you through it.
It
So you
talks
do
the
know.
whole time.
Yeah,
It
it's
ta-
amazing.
It tells you. Yeah.
It's
Wow.
very cool. And then another favorite learning, go ahead,
Keep going.
learning pop-up of mine was the Narcan.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
I know, not that I really know what an opioid is, but I'm like, I can solve the problem for you.
I learned so much information.
So
I even
much.
walked up to like the pharmacy and like, hello. I would like some of the Narcan that you're supposed to give me for others, not for me. And went through this whole thing and they're like, here you
To
go.
have it with you.
You literally went and got some on your own without the like free takeaways. Not free, but they were free. But the takeaways we got that night.
Yeah, well, I had to have multiple locations. Now I'm on alert everywhere I go.
I love this, but you can't. You know, it's a temperature sensitive thing,
It's
which is
not in my
annoying.
car.
It's probably not going to work if it's been over 100 in the car.
Well, keep it in your purse.
Yes.
We don't have. Oh yeah, you do have a bag big enough.
So you can go to a pharmacy and ask for that?
Yes.
And then-
Yes.
Yes,
Because it's
but
so
also
helpful
it
in
only
saving
works
lives.
on opioids.
Wow.
Like it doesn't work on anything else. And I was about to say other things, but those things could have been opioids,
Yeah.
and I don't even really know.
I need to take this class.
But it was amazing. It was the Rogers Fire
It was,
Department
yeah,
did
Captain
it for
Mason.
us.
Captain Mason was
Am I
incredible.
insane? Am I making up that there was a self-defense?
We had to cancel that because
Okay, that's
of
what-
the tornadoes.
That's
but we're
right.
going to
Yes, we're bringing
reschedule
it back.
We're
I
bringing it
remember.
back.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That'll be a good
I
one.
gave
I
up
wanted
the
to do
gun
it.
tactics part of that
Which
training.
is really unfortunate.
Really?
I've never done that. I'm like, I think it would. I don't
Would
own a
it be
gun,
like
but
taser guns? I'm kind of
I
intrigued
don't know.
by what we're talking
kind of
about.
love to just. I don't know.
Well, it's if we.
I got a guy.
I
I really do. Well, because I was always like talking about common sense gun legislation, and I'm like, I don't know anything about guns.
I don't either.
So I learned, and I
Okay.
paid a guy to teach me all the things, and a safety course, and then also a tactical course, and what to do in case there's a active shooter course,
Oh,
and
wow.
all
Oh,
kinds
wow.
of things. And then I started going to the range just to learn, like.
So have you fired it? Mm-hmm. That's amazing. I
Yeah.
never have. I want
Well, then
to.
I started
but I'm
shooting
scared.
sporting clay because
Oh,
it was so much
oh,
fun.
Oh my gosh.
Really,
Yeah.
really taking
Yeah.
a turn.
So it actually like put me in a different mindset, but then just having a whole lot more information and what is responsible
Education.
ownership
Never
and
stop
education. And I
learning.
can talk about it like in a way where I
Yes.
make some sense.
Yes.
Also.
I love that.
Win-win.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So I got a
impressed.
guy.
Bree has a guy.
She's got a guy.
I
He's my
know.
neighbor. He's awesome.
I think we should do this.
Okay.
He's
Well,
so
we'll
he
add it
even-
to the
I need
list.
you to come to the next
he
steering
loves
committee
to teach
and bring this
women.
up.
Like he did a whole thing in our neighborhood where like any woman in our neighborhood could just pay $20 to join the
This
class.
is
Where it
awesome.
costs a lot more. And we all went. That was the first gun safety. It was all women in our neighborhood.
This is so great.
He's a really cool guy.
Okay.
He trains police
Okay.
forces and
Okay. We're
He's
going to roll
retired.
past our next one is actually next week, which is Alzheimer's, and then we have our celebration. But then we're totally doing this in the new year.
the
26.
gastric.
Oh yeah, that was a
That
good
was
one.
an awesome
Oh,
one.
that was
I
a good
learned
one.
a lot.
Yes.
I kind of changed my lifestyle after that.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. I mean,
That was awesome. That was back in the
hit
winter,
and miss,
right?
but
With
Yeah,
the
was
bloom,
that, like,
we
what
got the
to
bloom
eat?
takeaway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
there was the dietitian that it's in the Mercy. She's in the Mercy Clinic. Is it Alzheimer's? No, not Alzheimer's. Diabetes.
Diabetes
She was
education.
awesome. And then the gastro surgeon.
Something. It was a
from
long,
Men's-
complicated
Dr.
words.
Miller.
Yeah, he was
Dr.
awesome.
Christopher
Yeah.
Miller. He was incredible.
It was
That was really
amazing.
good.
He was good.
Yeah.
It's lovely to hear from the doctor.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
He was
very
funny
impactful.
too. So that was
I'm sure we're not his normal crowd.
no.
Well,
No.
he had to dumb it down a little bit.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yes. I'm like, bring it down to non-medical terms.
Yeah, it was a
please.
lot of medical terms.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he was funny. Like
He
I
was
enjoy
funny.
that. So a lot of information in a humorous way.
But that's good because we've had so many great ones over the years, and one of my most favorite ones, and I have two favorite ones, but the one I can only really remember. One takeaway was you should always eat mustard over ketchup, and I can't remember the reason, so it obviously wasn't that. It was something to do with sugar, and I don't know where my notes are, but the mental health. We've had one on mental health, and there used to be this charismatic doctor at Mercy. He's moved away, but he did this like brain scan test with a neurologist and had two scans, one of a female and one of a male. Do you remember this? Okay. And he held him up on this fancy board thing, and he was like, which one's the male and which one's the female? And the neurologist was like, oh, that's easy. This is the male. And he goes, oh my, like, literally it's the inside of a brain, right? And he goes, how do you know that? And he goes, it's not as active as the female brain.
Oh
Yeah.
He was like, so when men tell you you're crazy,
Yeah.
crazy is not the right word, but you all females are just on another level
Yeah.
than men. Their brains are just a million times busier than men's brains. And I was like,
We
I just
got a lot
read
of
something
truth.
about that.
Yeah, we got a
Yeah.
lot of stuff.
I'm like,
Apparently,
oh my
we
gosh.
also see like 2,000 more colors. I just read this last night.
that sounds a lot
Like,
better than
we-
the meme I have about a bear.
But it's like we pick up on color nuance because our brains are more active. I just read something about that last
that's-
night. I don't remember the terms, but we see 2,000 more nuances in colors.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I can yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, it does when you think about
Yes.
the conversations you've had over your
Yes.
lifetime. It's like, that's green. Like,
Right.
No, is it lime green? Is it
Right.
chartreuse?
It,
Is it-
it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more scientific than the lady, the mom, she's like doing dishes and all these thought bubbles are popping up of all these things she has to do. And then the man's over here and he's like, I could totally take a bear.
Yeah, that feels right.
Well, how
feels
many times
really
are you talking
comfortable at
to
my
your
home.
spouse or
Fiance.
Fiancé.
Fiancé.
And they're like, wait a minute, I'm focused on this. And it's kind of like, seriously?
Oh,
I've got like all
yeah,
these different
yes.
conversations going on.
This
and
just happened
thoughts
last night
and-
when I got home. I
Yeah.
was like, do you even know that we went to the dentist yesterday? And he's like, I saw a text. Okay.
Oh, that's so funny. Over this last weekend, we just had the multitasking conversation, and he was like, "There's no such thing as multitasking. People can't do it. I don't believe in it." I said,
Oh, watch me.
"You can't do it." And he's like, "But you can't do it and do any of the things well." And I said, "But
Take a
yet
seat.
I do them well enough that it keeps the whole world turning.
Yes.
Well enough that you don't notice. Yeah.
Your life is just fine.
Multitasking extraordinaire.
This is a constant in my life right now. You?
Yeah.
all the lists, all the lists, all the things. So many different directions.
Yes. And it feels man bashing, but I don't mean it to be.
Oh, it's not.
at
Because
all.
he can focus on one task way better than I
Does
can.
it super well.
He can do it from like A to Z in a straight line and complete it and do it to perfection and well.
Is it complicated?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
Does he overcomplicate it? My
Oh, it
husband
has to be
overcomplicates
perfect.
everything.
Well, yeah,
and
because
I'm
I'm like,
can
that's
we,
good enough. It's like, no,
totally.
it's
I'm
not.
like, can
It's
we
like,
hang this real quick? And he's like, oh, go get this, go get that. I'm like,
no, we're
dude, just nail
eyeballing
it to the wall,
We're
man.
calling it. That's exactly.
Yes.
But if I want something done really well, he's the person.
Yes. I don't have time for really well.
Yeah,
Like, let's
same.
move it now.
So there's strengths in both because I certainly cannot sit and focus on one task for more than a certain amount of time.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that would drive
If
me
my life
crazy.
depended on
No,
it,
I
we would be
couldn't
in
do it.
trouble.
I need to move to the
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
There's things to do.
Yeah.
I'll circle back to that.
Right. And I have a happy hour to get
Yeah.
to later.
Where's the tequila?
I have
That one works.
true crime podcast.
Yes.
to go listen to.
Yes.
But this is a true testament. I love all this natural, authentic conversation because this is Women with a Mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our steering committee meetings. This is our learning pop-ups. This is our social gatherings. They all turn into this
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
here.
This is us leaning into what we're good
Yes.
at. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that. Well, let's talk about 15 because
Okay.
we're turning 15.
Yay.
And 5 years ago, we had a huge blowout in the new tower at 10. And then before that, I don't know if it was a significant number. The big event at Crystal Bridges
Yes, was beautiful.
It was gorgeous. So we've done
Beautiful.
several giant events, and we're doing another one. And it is on October 17th. I was going to say the day, but I don't really know the day. I think it's Thursday.
I think it's a Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
You would know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you would know.
Yeah,
back
she'll be
Friday.
hiking a beautiful over bluff that day. Okay, so we're going to celebrate dumping's not a good word, donating over $1 million back into our local hospital. We've already talked about all the amazing things we have purchased. It is on Thursday, October 17th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Osage House. It's going to be beautiful. Our theme is pink and black, but not really. It's more like a black with some subtle, what's the Blush and Bashful movie?
Blush and bashful.
What's the...
Still Magnolias?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Her
Okay.
colors are
are
blush and bashful. Yes, with
The
some
colors are
sage
pink.
mixed up. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what our colors are. Allison's like, I'm thinking of black and pink. And I'm like, Barbie was last summer. But hey, we've
Those are
reinvented
two
it.
of my favorite colors.
Well, it's working out well. We're going to make it happen. So we have a beautiful speaker coming in.
We do.
Would you
we
like to say
have
who it is?
Savvy Shields Wolf, Miss America 2017, graduate of Arkansas, University of Arkansas. She is going to join us and share her generational growth, from being Miss America and serving on that platform to just having a baby and changing into being a mom and being married and living in New York. And her mom, Karen Shields, is also going to join us. Karen also is an influencer and has a podcast. And so they're going to kind of share the platform of going from Miss America to growing to the motherhood and being a grandmother. So
Wow.
I think it'll be a lot of fun. She is super excited to come back.
And she's bringing the crown.
Oh my, she had to bring the crown.
Because I want to know if she vacuums in the crown.
I'm going to have to put it on just temporarily.
I know. I want to try the crown on. Don't you want to put the crown on?
Can we get a few pictures?
I know. Yes, we can. We have a photo booth, a digital photo booth that's supposed to be super
I
fun.
doubt that they'll let us
Just
wear the crown.
borrow it, just for a moment.
She probably has a copy she travels with. That's what I would do because I would lose it.
Yeah.
She probably has like a
Yeah.
whole.
I know it's probably
Case
like
of,
some
like-
preserve thing, but I would want
Yeah.
a fake one to just wear around.
Well, I
Yeah.
also want
Yes.
the sash.
Open the door.
I want the
Yes.
Miss America
Welcome to my
sash.
shop.
Hello, Amazon driver. Hello, Walmart driver.
I've heard her
Yes.
speak before, and I cannot remember where, but it was years ago, and I really enjoyed it.
She's
it was
great. She was on the
pre-COVID.
circuit locally between Miss America and COVID, and then she moved to New York.
Then she moved to New
yeah,
York.
Yeah,
got
this
married.
was like 2018, 19. that I
So
would have
she
heard her.
was, she emceed our charity ball in, must have been 2018,
Okay.
I
was
think.
it? Yeah, I think it was 2018. She's just beautiful inside and out.
She is. I think
Yeah.
it'll be good because, like, to your point, like, we've seen her, but this is a different stage in her life.
Yeah.
A
Yes.
stage all of us are
I remember
in.
moving here in 2016. Yeah, 2016, and right after that is when she won, right?
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
she was like
Everywhere.
everywhere. And I remember seeing her at a grocery store once, and everybody's like, "That's her," and just anytime I've been around her, just the little light that comes off of her. So I
She
mean,
does
I don't
have a
know
light.
her or
You're
anything.
totally
She
right. I
does,
don't
and
know
she
her.
just has
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
draw.
Yes, she does have a light.
Yeah, and everybody was so excited. But and I remember her getting married at Record. I think she was like
Yeah.
the first thing
Yes.
at Record.
Yes.
And her wedding was in every magazine
Yes.
and all over the
Yes.
internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was quite the thing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, because you have experience with the record. So yeah, you know all the things. Okay. So Savvy and her mother, so I think that's really fun. And then you all at Ocean Spray are curating a cocktail for us.
A little mocktail.
A little mocktail?
Yes.
Can you
A
tell
fun
us about that?
cranberry mocktail. Well, mocktails are so much fun, and they're just
Yeah.
a little differentiating.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like at events, it's a little exciting to
I'm
change it
excited.
up, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna do a little mocktail with cranberry juice, just to
like it.
provide some options.
I
for
like
the
it. And we're full in fall, right?
Full in fall.
Yes.
Full in fall.
So we're doing a fall curated menu. We three of us. I don't think you were out of town, but we did a tasting at
Catering Unlimited.
Catering Unlimited. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate that. And it was an amazing buffet of food for us that
I think
day.
there was 24 plates.
Yeah, easily.
Oh, sad I missed that.
Easily. Yes.
It's too bad you weren't there.
We're not
Yes.
serving
We're
the
not
chicken
serving-
pot pie
No
that we
chicken
all
pot
wanted,
pie.
which
Oh,
was
it
so
was
weird to want
delicious.
chicken pot. I think it's weird.
That
It's
was
too
my
homey for
pregnancy
me.
craving.
Oh, chicken pot
Chicken pot pie and fruited
you.
pebbles.
Oh, hopefully not together.
No, but
But even if
yeah.
it's
Why
okay
not?
because you're
Is
pregnant.
that not weird?
I love that.
My doctor said it's comfort food. It's
It
things that
is.
comforted you in childhood.
Oh,
that's
oh.
lovely.
What? I serve chicken pot pie, and my kids are like,
Mine won't eat it either, but I always
it's
love
too
it.
homey and weird
Yeah.
looking.
Everything mixed
It's so
together.
good.
Yeah.
We are going to
So
bring
exciting.
back the pot pie.
We're gonna bring it back.
For one of
Craving
the
now.
events.
It was
Yes.
amazing,
Yes.
but we're not having that.
not
And
having
then we prayed about it because Mary looked up what the weather would probably be like. It would probably be 190 that day.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Be
since
warm.
Arkansas. who
Right.
knows?
So we're gonna
July,
have these
November,
beautiful
mid-October.
chicken piccata
Yeah.
kebabs
Uh-huh.
and a fall vegetable medley salad and a
Yes.
fall
Fingerling potatoes.
yes, which were amazing.
They
and
were
I really love
delicious.
potatoes.
Those were delicious.
I'm
Those
an
were amazing.
aficionado of potatoes, and they nailed it.
I was like, oh, these are really good. I like those. And some,
Yeah.
I don't know, harvest salad thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
It'll be wonderful.
It'll be delicious.
It's going to be delicious with your
Looking forward to
mocktail. But we also
And-
have the blank. Oh, I'm sorry. And
no, keep going.
no, go ahead.
No, keep going.
Okay. But you are greeted at the event with the Blakeman's wall with their prosecco in it. So
Their
that's
champagne
exciting.
wall.
That is exciting.
It's like
And
some
delicious.
bubbles and
Yep.
delicious.
We got a lot going on there.
We do. But that's just a few things. We also have 15 door prizes,
15.
one for every year.
I'm currently wearing a door prize from a previous year.
Those are pretty.
So I'm hoping I have good juju for the next one as well.
I love
Those
that.
were from Kendra Scott. Those are beautiful.
Those are beautiful.
Are beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. Yay.
But I'm looking forward to 15.
Kind of jealous about
There's going to be
that.
so many
There's some
different
great
options.
things. I can't remember anything we're giving away except a membership or a package to Son, which is the like downtown Bentonville bougie
Yes.
Pilates.
That place
Yes.
is beautiful.
It is beautiful. Yes, they kick my butt weekly. So yeah, it's gorgeous. I don't know what else we have.
So we have gift baskets from Dillard's. We have Kendra Scott. We have
again.
Fresh Harvest. Olive oil.
Oh yes, we've
olive
done
oil,
several fun pop-ups
Delicious.
there.
There.
Membership pop-ups there.
Dotted Pig, and also the Mercy gift shop at the hospital.
wonderful.
They're going to put something together. Those
It's
are the
a
ones I
great
can
gift shop. I
remember.
know, right? I can't remember either, but I'm like, that's a
It's a
good
good
gift
spread.
shop. It is a good
It is.
spread.
So do we just get it for attending? Like, or is your name in the mix?
Yes.
How do I put my name in multiple times?
so
So we have a new system,
we have a
maybe. I'm
new
not sure.
system,
Yes.
I think. Are we going to do
Are we-
3 or 5?
That's up to y'all.
Okay.
That's
So
Mercy
you'll-
internal.
So you will
Not
get
Casey.
you will get little tickets, and then you can decide out of all the prizes, what do you want to put your name in for,
Oh,
and then we'll draw.
fun.
I know, something a little different.
Yeah.
I love it.
I
That's
know.
a good idea.
Isn't that fun?
And then you can play the odds too.
I know,
That's
right?
right.
I saw that at another event. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that's a fun takeaway instead of just
Yeah.
rifling through all the names again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I thought that was cool. Okay, and then this is another why we're here today. That's because I wrote this and
just
I've already
keeps coming.
forgotten. It just keeps coming. So new for us this year. Normally we have MCs from the news. MC our event, but we're not this year. We're keeping it more local, and I like that. So all 3 of us are MCs of the event, and then we have another 2 that aren't. We only have room for 4 chairs, so then we have a couple more joining us as well. So we're using members as our MCs this year.
That's awesome.
I like that.
I
That'll
love
be
it.
fun.
That'll be good. Although
Surprise.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to give me a microphone, but I'm really excited
I've
about
got to
it.
assume you and me on a mic are pretty similar, and I think you probably keep it together a lot better than the 2 of us would.
Depends on the crowd.
Well,
I can keep my PG hat on, but no.
I don't have any of that. It's just insert foot constantly with me, and Clark loves that about me. It's his favorite.
I saw UNC, what I guess this is long before I knew about any of this behind the scenes. It was an event at, I think it was a Mercy event.
I'm sure it was.
Years ago at, Aaron Rowe was the chef.
Oh, at Brightwater. Was this at Brightwater?
No, it was the one at
Gina Davis one?
It had to
on
have been.
High Street, the ballroom on High
Oh,
Street.
Ballroom on High
Ballroom.
Street. And we
Yeah.
had Aaron and Allison speak.
Yes.
Right?
art.
Yes,
Yes.
the art.
The art.
Yeah.
Yes, Allison Hobbs
Was
spoke.
that, was
yes.
that, yeah, that's right.
That was
That's where I
that
met
was Brunch
her.
Bubbles and BFF.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I don't, you or Leslie or somebody invited me, and I came, or maybe Aaron, maybe the chef did. I can't remember, and that was my first intro, and I've now realized that looking back, that's what that was. But it
Yes.
was, you were awesome.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You're really good.
Obviously. No, it's
taking the microphone
dangerous.
away.
Yeah, I don't like to
Yeah,
give
same.
up a microphone. I love to hold it. This is,
I love you.
if I could just pick it up and hold
it.
it 100%.
We are so
never
lucky I
good.
can't sing because, like, I would
I'll
just
attempt.
take.
Yeah. But does it take you back to pretending you could sing
Well,
as a kid?
yeah.
That's what it takes me back to.
Heck yeah.
And I'm like, oh, please, please.
Yeah.
Just give me the mic.
Just lucky I don't have any talent, or I would be on a microphone all the time.
All the time. Yes.
What about you, Mary?
Rules. I love a good microphone. I'm not gonna lie, but I might not be at their level, so I'm gonna have to step up my game. I'm gonna start practicing now.
Now you know in a month.
Yes.
Well, no, you're not going to be there. So now we're pivoting. But Allison didn't know. So, okay, just kidding. You're not going to be in
I
it.
didn't. This is the first time hearing this. Was I supposed to MC it?
That was like, we were.
It's a surprise.
So, surprise.
And I booked my honeymoon instead?
Well, you want to
Did
cancel
you tell
it?
me this?
Probably not.
No.
I had no idea I was supposed to MC
So,
this.
what we're doing is
No
we're going to.
idea. Crap. I want to do it.
I'll take her part.
You could call
so-
in if you really need to.
Oh my gosh, what a bummer.
Yeah.
Shoot. Good. I'm going to
No.
double check my calendar.
Problem solved. No, we're not
No.
skipping the honeymoon. We're just going to pivot and you will host and MC the gun thing.
Self-defense thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
the self-defense
Where
situation.
do you do that? Where should we set that? We can't have a gun in the hospital, so let's.
Yeah.
So
Well, fair. He
does a classroom at the gun thing in Rogers. There's a
I've
shooting
taken
range.
a class from him.
Lowell?
He was
Woody.
Yes.
Yeah, Woody, he's awesome.
He was
His
great.
name is Woody.
Like
Toy Story?
Woodson, like Woody. Yeah.
Toy
He's
Story.
gonna be like, so I did my that's who I did gun safety
I love
through.
snake in my boot.
I did some other classes somewhere else, but he was my first ever safety. But he
Yeah.
does the whole thing. He does like the active shooter stuff. I have some friends that have taken that from him. I did it somewhere else. But yeah, he's my neighbor. He's an awesome dude. He's a cool guy. His
Yeah.
wife's really fun too.
Okay.
She might be somebody we need to get involved.
Well, good, because at
Women
the
with a
very end of
Mission.
our thing
Yeah.
Yeah.
is we'll just go ahead and hit it off right now. Our goal is 24 new members in 2024.
Cool.
And we're well on our way.
So we
I'm
have
still
many.
stuck on the MC thing. I'm sorry.
She's like, no, that's so great, but back to me.
Yeah.
Okay, go
It
ahead.
was just
we'll
playing
talk
our
later.
part. We'll talk.
We'll talk off mic.
Yeah. Yeah. Put this down. We probably have about 12 new members.
I know, so we're halfway there.
I
Yeah.
think we are probably
Glass
10
half
to
full.
12
And I haven't
members.
done anything
Did
about
Jennifer
it. I
Brothers
will
join?
admit that.
Let's call
I'm
her
working on
out.
that.
Yeah.
Once I
no.
tell him I'm
Okay,
MC,
we'll call her.
I
know,
feel
the-
like that will be the draw.
I mean, the floodgates
we
will
need to
open.
be
100%.
Sign me up, sign me up. Wait,
Yeah.
who were you talking about?
An old coworker and friend of mine
Who'd
Yeah.
you say?
Jennifer Brothers.
Oh,
Just
I thought
cut
you
that
said
part out.
someone else's name. So I was like, oh my God, I know her too.
Oh.
That's what I
guess
was
we're
I
supposed
supposed
think
to
she
cut out
wants
names.
to come. I think she wants to come to our celebration.
Yeah.
And then I think she's thinking about joining.
Yeah. Awesome.
But she's
I've got
awesome.
other people on my
Yeah, I know.
I
So
enjoyed
24.
meeting her. So
I have a list.
12 is huge. Isn't that a pretty large amount for 1 year?
We
I think
have
24
really
was a
worked-
stretch.
It
Yes.
was a stretch. Yeah. Actually, we've got some coworkers that have started
Wonderful.
to, I think we're talking more. They're seeing the voting meeting and they're seeing that we're buying equipment for all these other service
Yeah.
lines. And they're like,
The voting meeting is cool.
yes.
Like,
it's
where
the
else
best.
can you? That just blew me away. I was already sold, but I was like totally in after that.
Like you can join it. There's lots of giving circles around here. I will say, I think Women with a Mission was one of the very first. If not, we were the second.
Mm-hmm.
But in other giving circles, and I'm a member of quite a few because it's just, I don't know. You ask me, I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
But you get a choice on where your money goes, and that doesn't normally happen in the nonprofit
that
world.
right.
Yes.
We both just joined.
We did.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, I was
And
gonna
I
say.
missed that meeting.
Well, I
last
did too.
week. Okay,
Well, they
good.
changed the date.
Yes,
and
I
was
could go to
on
the
my-
original.
I was
I
on my
could go to the-
pre-honeymoon.
Yeah.
I couldn't go. I was in Washington, but they. I mean, they weren't secretive about it, kind of being based off of. This
Oh yes,
same,
yes, it
like
is.
how well this does.
Yes.
And
And there's a relationship between Mercy and that organization.
Yes,
So
very
yeah,
tight.
it's very,
Yeah, very tight.
I'm very
very
excited
transparent.
about it.
It's
Yeah.
going to be great.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yes, if you ask me to donate, I'm going to donate versus volunteer because I don't have the time for that. I'm not a boots on the ground nonprofit person. I'm a dot connector.
You're kind of boots on the ground.
Yeah, I
with
think
us.
so, too.
Probably just
You're-
for Mercy.
You're
Thank
emceeing
you.
events, so there you go.
Mercy.
She can't
Mercy
get off
calls.
of
They're
that.
like, "Can you do this?" And I'm like, "It's fine. I'll be right there." I get to talk on camera. Yes, I'm all in.
The best thing about the giving circles and the best thing about Women with the Mission is, and I haven't had experience in other giving circles yet, but what Women with the Mission has done for me is like spoon feed me philanthropy. Like, it's such a little, like, it's such little from me. Like, I donate monthly, right, to hit my mark. And then you just tell me where to show up and I do
Right.
it. And then I just tell other women about this amazing experience I'm having. Like, how easy is it?
We want it to be
Yes.
low maintenance.
It's so
like you get what you put into it.
Yeah, y'all send me the invites and I show up. Like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
easy and
Yeah.
wonderful. And
We have learning sessions. And if you can come, great. If you can't, that's fine too. We're going to have another one. Or we might have social pop-ups like the olive oil, harvest olive oil.
We did
in
a
downtown
financial.
Rogers.
It's a
we
good
did a
mix of
financial
stuff.
pop-up
Yeah.
that was really good. Women,
Yeah, I've
women
loved
in
it.
finances.
Right.
I mean, that's really important.
And it's really easy to bring friends because I think
Yes.
once you pay for that event, it covers your first
Yes.
month.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Of your
Yes.
membership.
Yeah. So $1,000 annually is $84 a month, which is my big go-to. It's cheaper than your cell phone bill.
I was going to say, or going to Starbucks all the time, the whole month.
I want to do both. Leave me alone.
Oh, okay.
You can do that too. We just want you to be a member. Yes.
Insert heroes or airship into that.
Yes.
I want to do both.
Yes.
both.
You can do all of them. Mercy first and then coffee.
So one thing I want to point out is this event is for all past members and current members. So if somebody has been a member in the past and maybe their membership has lapsed, we still want you to come. We still want you to come and
nice.
celebrate this $1 million mark. And maybe you'll join again. Maybe you'll see how much fun we are and join again. And then we want people from all outside of the area to say, $84, I want to come. I want to hear
Yes.
Savvy Shields speak. I want to see what this is all about. And Mary, as you said, that $84 goes right towards your membership.
It does. Yeah, it doesn't
love
go.
to have
It
you.
does not go towards the event or anything.
No,
It
no,
literally
no.
goes back into the hospital via equipment or
Yes.
whatever needs the hospital has. Yeah.
Yes.
I want you to speak, and then I'll get to the two of them
Uh-oh.
about the whys. But
Okay.
I like your story because it's unique, because you are a Mercy employee, which makes you a coworker.
Yes.
But you also buy into Women with a Mission, and not
Yeah.
every coworker and or foundation member does that. And that's
Yeah.
everyone has their own preferences.
Right.
But I like that. So what's your why?
You know, probably my why is I had a premature baby. And like Mary, I just love going up to our NICU and seeing all the good work that we do up there. I'm just passionate about it. It's an incredible group of women. It's just fun to sit and laugh and visit. And again, it fills my heart. I feel good. My $1,000 makes an impact. You know, I can't do it without my 124 peeps. So it's just fun. It's a lot of fun. I am so grateful I have the opportunity to kind of be the ringleader, and I couldn't do it without our incredible steering committee. So, yeah, you guys are a bunch of fun. I enjoy it.
We are fun.
You are fun.
Oh, steering committees are fun.
Yeah. I have to, usually I rest up before.
Yes,
before.
It's a good way to
you got-
kick off your Friday.
It
I
is
will
a
say
good
that.
way.
Yes.
It is a good way, and then you can leave a little bit early.
Yes,
Kind of process
exactly.
what just happened.
What's your favorite piece of equipment? Or what's your favorite purchase we've made, do you think?
You know what? I'm going to say the NICU room. 246?
546.
Oh, 546.
I'm pretty sure.
Sorry.
I took a
it's
picture
on
this
the fifth
morning.
Floor. It's 546. That to me was so impactful because we filled that room with much needed equipment, whether it was one of the giraffes or if it was some of the feeding tubes, it just, that's our room. That to me is pretty special.
You know what I enjoyed this morning on my walk? We were filming in 547, but on my walk down is I knew all the names
Yes.
outside of all the rooms. And I
Yes.
thought that was so special
Yes.
to Mercy and our community that
Yes.
we're just, it's a very philanthropic community.
And it's so interesting when you look at those names, a lot of those names have a story, and that story goes to that particular room, and that's the reason that family made a financial contribution to fund that. So, yeah,
I like that.
I
a
do
lot.
too.
Okay, that's your favorite purchase. What's your favorite bit of information you've learned, like from a gathering, a pop-up? Can you pinpoint?
I'm going to say I think CPR.
Okay.
I think that CPR training, I used to be a lifeguard. We always did mouth-to-mouth and CPR. You don't do mouth-to-mouth anymore. You just do hands only. And I think Captain Mason made it so easy, and don't be afraid of it. I think CPR. It's something you can, heck, look at the football player. If his coaches
Damar
didn't
Hamlin,
know,
yes.
If they had known how to do CPR, he wouldn't be playing
I
this
know,
year.
that was amazing.
That's amazing to me.
And he's back. I think he's starting
He
this
is.
weekend,
He's
I heard.
starting this
Okay.
weekend. So CPR, everybody needs to learn CPR.
It's still scary though, but yes, I
It
totally
is
agree.
scary.
Yes.
Particularly when they bring out that little baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yes. Yeah.
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 We'll do that again.
Yeah, I want to do it.
How about you? 1 year in?
Okay, my why?
Yeah, what's your why?
There's lots.
Right.
Lots of whys. One, I am a boots on the ground nonprofit person.
You
I'm
are.
on lots of boards, lots of committees. I show up, work events, but I turned 40 a year and a half ago and moved into a new place in my career, and I'm able to financially help more than I used to. Just be like, I'm the one who's showing up to volunteer at everything.
Right.
'Cause I
Sweat equity.
Yeah, because I was a single mom with 2 little girls, and so I wasn't always able to financially invest. But I was always sweat equity, and being able to work with groups where it's like I don't have to show up necessarily and do the work. I can financially support and show up and enjoy the fun that surrounds it. So I thought that was a really cool new view for me. And then I am on a lot of other boards, and one benefits children, one benefits other nonprofits, one benefits women in a professional setting. And there's a couple others, but this was like,
It sounds like you have your pillars.
I do have
I
my
don't have
pillars.
my pillars,
I do
but
have my
that's
pillars,
awesome.
thanks to my therapist.
I love this.
Yeah, my buckets.
Okay,
I call
yeah.
them my buckets.
Okay.
But yeah, I had COVID helped me step back and be like, which things I rolled off of a lot of stuff during COVID, and then kind of focused and then this is my first women's health initiative that I've been involved in, and going to my first ever Mercy Corporate Council. This is stupid.
Oh, that's a good meeting.
But
Yeah.
I didn't. And that sitting there in that room, I realized healthcare touches everything and everyone.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Even
Yes.
as I'm a commercial real estate attorney, it
does.
touched.
It's its own city.
It is
If
its
you look
own
at it,
thing.
it's its own entity.
is,
Like
and
it
it
employs
touches
everything
everyone.
from the ground to the top.
Yeah.
To
Hearing
ceiling.
about Mercy's initiative, I was just like, this is cool. This is a community I want to learn more about and be involved in, and because it touches all of our lives. And so just the emphasis on women and children's health. And also, I had a prophylactic bilateral mastectomy in 2020. And that was kind of my first, like, big deal other than having children, giving birth.
Right. But it's like healthcare.
Yeah,
Like,
and I did it during COVID.
Right,
And, like,
yeah.
I saw another side of things. I don't know. It just piqued my interest.
Yes.
And it, like, I was like, and then I love the women I'm surrounded with when I show up at these events. So I have a lot of wives.
Right. I like it though, but
And like
it's
I said,
well-rounded.
it's spoon fed to me.
Yes.
Like y'all make it easy for me to get involved and
Yes.
contribute, and I really dig that.
Yes.
So
I totally agree. I like that.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you. How about you?
I feel like I spoke about it a little bit, but I think my why really started with when I had
With the
kiddos.
NICU.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I had experience in the NICU, and I was just floored with all the Mercy touch points from the NICU nurses to the doctors, everyone in between. There felt like there was like a passion behind what they were doing.
Yep.
And I wanted to be part of that. And similar in your story of like healthcare touches everything, I wanted to be part of something within the community that I was raising a family in.
Yeah.
And this one felt very impactful. Also, I was force fed by someone to join. And so that helps when you have friends who tell you that this
I
is
own
the
that
right
on the microphone at the closing of everything. I will bully you. Let me know who I need to bully, and I will bully you into joining.
Yes, it didn't take much.
No, it doesn't.
to be
Yes.
honest.
Just a little
but
It didn't take
push.
much, did it?
Yeah.
It's
no.
always helpful to know that you have friends
Yes.
too. So I've brought a few people along as well, and it's just been really rewarding. And I don't think you'll be able to get rid of me for a while.
No,
Good.
we're not.
You're in.
Do you, and I'll come back to you on your 1 year because I forgot this question. Do you have a favorite purchase?
Purchase. You know what? It's really just all of the
Purchase
NICU.
feels weird, but
Yeah,
I don't know
like,
what other word to
Yes,
use.
the gifts. I think women's health and baby health is such a hot topic right now in Arkansas,
Oh, maternal
especially.
health, yes.
That I feel like that has really made a difference just right here down
Right.
the block.
I like that.
That's my side.
How about you?
So this year, I've been to one of those.
Right.
And there were 3 things, weren't there? Or did we voted on 3?
Yeah.
What was chosen this year?
So we did,
Okay.
I know, I can't remember either. I remember
Voice
one of
on
them.
camera.
I know.
we did the NICU little store.
That's okay. Yes, because
Oh,
that
right.
was
So
my,
parents can go shop.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was my number 2 vote.
Yes.
So it's hard. It's hard.
It's so hard.
It's so
I
hard.
was
There's so
like
many good things.
so pumped about that. So it's for those of you listening, it's almost like a food pantry, but
Yes.
it's for equipment for families with newborns in the NICU. And so it's diapers and bottles and things and
Especially size.
breast pumps.
Yes.
Yes.
And all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
And I thought, that's genius.
Yes.
Why has
Yes.
nobody, like, I've never
Yes.
heard of that before. I'm sure they
Yes.
exist somewhere, but I thought that was so cool. I was so blown away by so many things that I think the nurse that wanted to train
Yes.
nurses,
And that was for better maternal health care.
that was
That-
awesome.
yes.
And I can't remember all the details, but
She wanted to do a statewide training program
yeah, for nurses
For
on
nurse-
delivery nurses.
safe
It was
delivery.
Yeah, it was really cool. But
to decrease C-sections.
yes,
Yep.
but I loved that NICU
Yeah.
closet.
Yes.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
What about you? You haven't answered. What's your
Yeah.
why?
Oh, because I was told to 15 years ago. Let's just be real
Why
clear.
have you continued?
Yes.
Let's
but
be
you've
real
stuck
clear.
around.
Clark and former Mercy employee Linda Phillips, who's now at the
Linda, yep.
children's shelter. Anything Linda says or Clark says, I say yes,
Yes.
to.
Oh, wait
to-
a minute, or I say.
Yes, yes. I'm just going back to 15 years
on.
ago. I will do anything you ask me, always.
Yeah.
15 years ago, took us to lunch at Pinnacle. We're in that like down in the bottom area in the big corner round table. I can picture, and Martha Burgent was there too. And they pitched it, and we're like, okay. And they're like, and the 3 of you are the tri-chairs. And we're like, yeah, okay.
Voluntold. You were voluntold.
I'm
let's
told.
Yeah.
And I will be completely honest. I'm always honest to everyone who asks me. And we just had this conversation last week. Healthcare is a hard
Yes.
sell because a child with a Band-Aid is a much easier sell than like some needles and tables and whatnot. But without quality healthcare, we're all 6 feet under. And until you physically burn that into your brain that we need healthcare. We need Mercy Go Health. We need the Mercy Hospital that I was at in May with my son who was, what's the word, anaphylactic? Is that how you say it?
Yep.
So we need that. We need these resources. I don't want to have to go outside of our community to seek care. If you need care, seek care. I want to seek care at Mercy first and foremost. And we are we have all kinds of fancy ratings at the hospital, things that I can never remember. We have Leapfrog and IBM Watson and Grade A and all the whatevers. And we're one of the fanciest hospitals in the country to have all the things, right?
Right. Isn't it that
I can
we
never
are one
remember.
of 5 hospitals in the country that have both the Leapfrog A rating
Yes.
and the IBM Watson
Something. Yes.
safety rating?
Yes. We have all these accolades.
Yes.
So why wouldn't we want to continue making our hospital
Yeah.
bigger and better? And it's going to be bigger and better within a few short years with our $500 million campaign and
Yep.
expansions of all the things. And it's amazing. So through my work with Women with Mission, I was gifted a seat on the board, which has opened my eyes to all the amazing things that we have coming down the pike constantly.
Right.
Dr. Cooper is the most, what's the word?
He is
Charismatic
he's
and
wonderful.
energetic speaker that we have at the meetings every quarter. And he talks about all these doctors or what do we
Yeah.
call? We don't just call
So
them doctors. We call
have
them providers.
providers.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Starting all the time, and it's not until you realize how short we as a community, not we Mercy, but we as the 2-county area are so short on providers
Yes.
for our population.
Yes.
And people are always frustrated that you called to get in, and it's a year and a half out. But we're working on it. We really are working on it. That was my first appointment pre-COVID. I needed a neurologist for headaches, and they're like, "Okay, well, we'll see you in 18 months." And I'm like, "No, I just want injections. So let's go ahead and handle that now. I don't have another year and a half. We're talking quality
not
of
gonna
life."
wait.
So we're expanding neurology, and we're expanding So we just got some fancy cardiologist type
Yes.
electrician.
He's the
electrician
he's the
doctor.
Electrician
He's
doctor.
the electrician.
Yes. I'm like, we're doing those things at
Yep.
Mercy, and we're doing these things with Women with a Mission. And so that's always my
Yeah.
why. It goes in a million different circles, like what you're saying. But that's
Well,
always
that
my
first
why.
corporate council meeting I went to at Mercy,
It's mind-blowing.
They had everybody go around and just mention experience they've had at Mercy, and they wanted to know the good, the bad, the ugly, and
Absolutely.
it was everybody had a really scary but heartwarming story
Yes.
to tell, including myself when my kid fell off a trampoline onto a cement
Oh, gosh.
sidewalk at a friend's house, and she immediately started vomiting and
Oh,
didn't
gosh.
stop for hours, and that was my first time going to Mercy, and it was
Scary.
it was, and they made. I was losing it
Of course.
Yeah.
way more than she was,
Yes.
my 5-year-old at the time. And they took care of me.
Yes.
And so I was just like, that really made me think, man, these people's lives have been fully impacted by Mercy.
It's a full family
Yeah.
approach,
Yeah.
right?
My mom was
absolutely.
here visiting from Myrtle Beach, and she had a heart issue, and she ended up in the ICU. And I wasn't working for Mercy. I was working for another nonprofit at that time. But we were living up here, and I was just like, well, you tell me where to take her. You're the ambulance driver. Took him to Mercy. She's in the ICU. She's delirious. They're cutting her clothes off, and I see somebody from the side go. It was just kind of like this eye look. All of a sudden, I had a pastor, somebody from our ministry came in and said, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to cry."
Yeah.
And put his arm around me. He goes, "You know what? Let's just walk over here." And they took me to a private room. And it was the scariest moment. But it also, to your point, it was nurturing for someone to take care of me. Obviously, good story. She survived. She survived. But that was my first experience at Mercy. And I knew
You were where you were supposed to be.
this was the right place. Yeah, everybody was so kind.
That's another aspect. We didn't even touch on it,
Yeah.
but Mercy is faith-based, and it all stems back to our foundress,
Yeah.
Sister Catherine Macaulay from Dublin, Ireland, on Bagot Street.
Yep.
She had a calling and was gifted a lot of money a million years ago, which is I don't even know how much it is. But anyway, she started helping the poor and healing the poor per se,
Yes.
like nursing type stuff. And
Yes.
that's how we are we're founded out of the Sisters of Mercy.
And that truly leads us back to Women with a Mission, because their mission was to take care of women and their children. So, full circle.
That was another thing I learned at that corporate council meeting. And then you approached me about Women with a Mission. And I thought, man, this is like this massive network system, corporation, community thing. And it was founded by a
But it all comes back
sacrificial
to
woman.
faith.
Like she
Yes.
did so
Yeah.
much, and it was just,
Yeah.
she's incredible. Her story is
Truly
amazing.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they did not want her there. Bagot Street was like the influential street in
It was
Dublin.
the financial district.
Yes.
And she built the House of Mercy.
It's unbelievable.
Right in the financial district. So
What a story.
everybody with money could see the poor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
So that's my why.
That's a good one.
That's my why. I think that's a good way to best way to close.
Yeah.
Don't y'all?
Yeah.
Thank
Can
you.
we do this every week? This
Yes,
is fun.
we can. Yeah, absolutely.
bring
We totally
coffee,
can.
though, next
yes.
time.
I don't
Or
know.
maybe
Champagne
cocktails.
works.
I was
I've
gonna
popped
say,
some bubbles in
bring
here.
some cranberry.
Yes.
We can have a
Yes.
splash of cranberry
Yes.
juice with our champagne.
Yes. I've got the bubbles and I've got the stemless plastic glasses that we can
Yes.
have so we don't break anything because I
Yeah.
would break the TV knowing me. But thank
This
you.
was fun. Thank
It was
you.
really fun.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I appreciate
Thanks.
all of
Yeah,
you joining us.
anytime.
And don't forget to join us on October 17th at Osage House from 4:30 to 6:30. If you need a ticket, you can always reach out to any of us, but also blow Allison up. She will be more than happy to handle it for you. If you have more than $84 a month to spare, I will come bully you and sign your check for you. So to join Women with a Mission, right?
I love it.
Yes. Okay. Thanks for joining us. I say this every time on the closing. If you've stuck with us this long, thank you. I'm really appreciative of it. Always tune in to the 3W podcast, home of the Who, What, Where, and keep inspiring a culture of giving. Thank you.
Thanks.